Hello all. Today I welcome my students to my e-political science platform, and we are going to discuss today on concept note. And since most of the students are doing seventh semester and they are writing also on this particular research paper, research proposal, so how can we write a more concise, brief, and to the point concept notes? So we'll try to understand those pointers and then learn. So let us begin with this understanding of how to write a successful concept note. So before that, we also need to understand what exactly these concept notes are. So concept note is basically, as I told you in the beginning, it's a concise strategic document that serves as the first initial step in our research writing proposal journey. Now, typically 1 to 3 pages in length you can write, or you can say, if you want to know in words, it could be like 300 to 350 words you have to write. So, it presents a focused pitch of your research area. So, you have to focus which exact area you want to talk about, which is designed to quickly communicate the importance, relevance, and feasibility of your proposed study to supervisors or funding agencies if they are making a academic project or some other project. So, uh, concept note is a preliminary outline which is written before developing a full research proposal. So, it provides a snapshot of your research project, which includes the topic, the motive behind writing that particular proposal, the problem statement, objectives, and methodology. Now, in academic settings, students use it to secure supervisor approval before beginning their thesis. Now, in development context, organizations they present these notes for their own purpose. Now, there are various components of a concept note. As I told you, title and topic is the first important idea. Then, what is the problem statement, the specific issue the research will address, and the second important thing is what is the relevance of that particular research, how is it beneficial for the person, group, society, or any other target. Then the methodology one is using, what is the method, whether it is quantitative, qualitative method, whether it is mixed method. So what is the design, if it is a sample, if you are taking sample, so what are your sample designs, so how you are going to design your sample. So if you want to know more details about the research methodology, I've also posted one playlist in the name of research methodology, and then you can go through, scroll it, and then you'll get various videos. And then also on public opinion and research proposal, there also you can get it. So that part you can tackle from there playlist. Then the next thing is background. So why you have chosen this particular topic, the reason being, so why this research matters, then if there is any research gaps, if there is any flaws, or if there is any important idea which has not yet been talked about and you are talking about in your research, so that needs to be highlighted there. Then, as I told you, the objectives and then the expected outcomes, that is your findings. So what are your key findings in your research, that also has to be highlighted when you are writing a concept note. Remember, concept note has to be concise. You should not make it more elaborate, because when you are elaborating, you are writing your dissertation or any research PhD if you're writing, so that part you can tackle when you are writing the elaborate thing. So here we need to just figure out the main idea and then highlight those ideas putting all these subtopics there and fitting it our own research problem. Then, so what is the need? So why do one should write a concept note? So it helps the researcher as well as the person who is evaluating your research to know your main key idea, why you are writing, what are the objectives, how you are going to work for your main research. So most of the things are highlighted. So there has to be clear communication where you are doing whatever you want to write. Then it helps to demonstrate your understanding. It gives you a support also. Then the foundation, because anything if you start, you have to make it very clear what exactly is your title, topic, how you are going to move it out. So that is the thing, that strategic planning. So you have to bring your planned idea about your research, what exactly you are planning in your whole research paper. So you have to summarize here. Now what is the difference? Many times we feel that okay, concept note and research proposal, they are the same thing. Now no, they are not the same thing. So why? Because when we are talking about the concept note, since the idea note, so when we are noting things, it has to be in a brief format. The brief overview of methods, your your idea, your projects. So you, that part you have to brief in that concept note. Then initially, maybe you are seeking some proposal. If you are writing, if you are giving this concept note for any academic project, so initially it has to seek approval also. Then the purpose is you have to again test your viability, how it is going to fit for your further overall broader research. So but when we are talking about the research proposal, it is more, you can say, elaborate form of your research. So there you have to elaborate. So it could be 10 or 20 to 30 pages you have to write research proposal. So there you have to detail it, what methodology you are going to adopt, and you also have to explain it to a bit. Then you can talk about the literature review and many other things that you have to write in a literature in a research proposal. So there are differences between the concept note and the research proposal. Both are not the same thing. Then what are the essential elements we need to understand? As I told you, the title, for example, if we look into I have taken one example, that impact of mobile banking on financial inclusion in rural India. Suppose this is our own topic. So we have to take into account the problem statement, we have to take into account the aims and objectives, expected outcomes, then background, that is the introduction part, research questions, that 1 2 3 main questions that you want to analyze in your whole paper, then the brief methodology that you have adopted. So writing an effective concept note involves these basic steps, that is the compelling opening, crystal clear focus of your own ideas, and then the realistic objectives. You can't just talk about any objective which cannot be met, or it is something which cannot be achieved. So you have to talk in the rational and more positive sense, action related thing you have to talk about. It has to be realistic. Then how it is going to impact a particular theory, policy, society, nation at large. So how you are going to um, analyze your research at the broader perspective. So that also is very very important to make it more relevant. Then best practices. What are the best practices one can use while writing concept note? So please make it concise, don't make it more elaborate, because then again it will become your research proposal. Then it has to be clear, try to make it more clear rather than vague. Don't give any vague statement, don't give any broader statement without any clear analysis. Then The third part is the brief methodology. You have to talk about the brief methodology. Then how it is going to help, the impact factor. The impact factor is very important, how this research is going to impact. Then the proofreading, you can take the proofreading, and then how it is connected logically, structured or not. Okay, any professionalism is involved in it. Maybe how you are checking the grammar, paraphrasing, so many other things are involved. So for that, concept note. So here is a sample in this slide, that first you are talking about the title, then the background and the rationale behind that particular topic, problem statement, research questions. You can put it in 1 to 3 numbered questions, that these are my research question 1 2 3, or you can just put it in bullet points. Then aims and objectives, they are both the same thing, so again then you have to put it in bullet points. Then brief methodology, that also in bullet points you can put, or you can paragraph also you can write. Then what are the expected outcomes. Then one more important thing is, you can also write few 3 to 5 key sources. When you are writing the concept note, you can write 3 to 5 key sources, the few important sources which you have undergone, or you have referred, or you want to make us know about those references, so you can highlight it. Then your path forward. A well crafted concept note is your gateway to research approval and funding. If you are doing an individual research, it is going to more help you, and you will be getting good marks if you are doing in that particular direction. And then a good concept note can also help you in getting good funding from any research project, any other research assignment you can get it. So it demonstrates not just what you want to study, but why it matters and how you will execute it effectively. So master the art of the concept note, and you will have a powerful tool for launching meaningful research projects. So start with clarity, focus on impact, and communicate with precision. These principles will serve you throughout your academic and professional journey. So thank you.